everybody. I am ecstatic to be here with you today. It has been a long time. 4 years to be exact since my last video. So, a lot has changed. I am married. I was a software engineer for 3 years. I had a baby. And yeah, I'm in a completely different place than I was in my career, in my personal life, in my professional life. Completely different place than I was personally and professionally than when I last spoke to you all. So let's talk about some things that happened. First of all, you guys know that I went to a coding boot camp through Generation USA. At some point, Generation USA shut down. I believe they're back up and running. I don't know if they still do coding boot camps, but they do something still. So that was a big change. A lot of the folks that I worked with at Multiverse, which is the boot camp that the company that I partnered with hired to give us a secondary boot camp during my apprenticeship. Many of the folks that I worked with there were laid off. I also became laid off. So, story time. Yeah, so I did the coding boot camp, and then I got hired at Verizon as an apprentice. During my apprenticeship, I think I worked two days a week in the office, or like doing Verizon specific work, and I spent the rest of my time doing the boot camp through Multiverse, which is who they partnered with. It was like their learning partner. So yeah, for about a year I was doing that, and before I knew it, a year had went by and they hired me on as a software engineer. I was no longer an apprentice. Early on in my tech journey, I knew I did not want to code. So because I did not want to code, I instead wanted to do something more where my personality could really shine, something dealing with communication, that type of thing. So I ended up becoming a Scrum Master for a very short period of time. I also did some business analyst work, but oftentimes I would just do odd jobs. At one point, I was pretty much the liaison between the development team and the business team. So whenever they wanted new features or feedback on things, I was kind of like that middleman to translate the technical requirements, to explain the complexity and all the nuances to which other team. So I did that for a while, and then I met the love of my life and I got very pregnant. So while I was pregnant, yeah, I was doing that, but I did kind of take a step back from work. I was on maternity leave for about 4 months, and around the time I was going to return, I received notification that yeah, we would be laid off. So that following month, it was always hearsay. I always heard rumors about being laid off. I had coworkers who took the voluntary separation program, which is basically like you're quitting so they don't fire you and they give you some severance. So I knew it was always a possibility, but I was really shocked because it was right when I was about to go back to work. So I ended up being able to just stay at home with my baby for months longer. So fast forward to today, and I have currently been off from work for a year, unemployed for 7 months. Oh, 7 months is crazy. Damn. Whew. So what have I been doing? Since I've been off from work, I've just been pouring life into my son. I've just been being a mom. Like many people who are moms will tell you, like the first year is pretty much that baby. Like I was doing, I was breastfeeding, I was sleep training, I was doing all of the things. And during that time, I wasn't really focused on my career. I was just focused on being a mom. So now my son is 1 year old. I'm feeling like he's more independent, and I'm ready to kind of get back out there into the job market. So I'm going to be looking for different type of roles than I've done before. I'll make another video about that. But yeah, I'm just coming here to check in, and yeah, follow me on this journey as I transition from being a stay-at-home mom to a techie again, possibly, maybe, or not. We'll see. We'll see how this goes, but follow me.